Hi guys. Today I'm going to discuss one of my tasks with you guys, which I've done in object-oriented unit. So to start with, what I've done in this particular task is I have created a new class account. Then I have defined some of the variables like first name, last name, balance, and then I have renamed them with a slight change over here. And then what I've done is I have kept some sort of you can say conditions that if the amount I'm inserting during the process, it will show me an exception saying invalid operation exception, and it will then say me pass me a comment, and I won't be able to run my program. And when I just go down, I have even given a variable named account information over here, where I will get all the information about whoever account like customer information from here. Then what I have done is I have used try and catch in this task. So what I've done is I have defined two variables over here, r and t, and I've assigned a list over here, and I've assigned t is equals to 2, and I have given over here a formula. So when this particular command will run, what will happen, it will give me a system exception. Now for the second type of exception, what I have done is I have defined not defined, but I have used try and catch for another time. In try and catch, I have defined some conditions over here, like I have defined nulls is equals to null. Then for the variable j is equals to 0, j is smaller than 5, j plus plus, and then it will print this line, and it will just type nulls, and this will just show us null reference exception. Now moving to the next exception, what I've done in this one particularly is I have defined a new range over here. Then I have defined y is equals to new int over here, and then I have used this command over here. So when this whole the try thing will be running, what will happen, it will try to catch index out of range exception over here, and if it really catches this exception, then it will print the following line over here. Then moving to the next exception, what will happen is out of memory exception. So what I have done is I have defined a string over here and assigned some values, and then when this command runs, it will catch out of memory exception and print the following line. Now moving to the next part, what I have done is I have defined new object over here, a variable variable I, and then what I've done is I've assigned I a value, and when it runs, what happens is I get invalid cast exception. And now moving to a new example, what I have done is I have assigned some values like a is equals to 12 and b is equals to 0. So when I try to divide these two variables, what I get is divide by 0 exception. So basically whenever a number is divided by 0, it will give us a divide by 0 exception, and it will print the following line that it has detected this exception. Now what I have done is I have defined a new variable with a list 25 and 10. Then I have defined values, and I have used try and catch over here again. So in the try part, what I have done is when I've written this command which needs to be like printed when it runs, and when it runs it just catches argument exception, and it will then give me the same comment like the following error detected and stuff like that. So when I move down, it gives me more information about argument out of range exception. So what happens is I have defined student account here, new student. Let's say and then you might say Smith, and let's say 29. So I've added the information regarding a student account, and I'm getting when I run this whole thing, I get argument out of range exception. Now when I go further, I've defined first name, last name, and the score of the students over here, and I've renamed over here, and I'm just like I set up a few conditions like if score is less than 33, then it should show an exception, argument out of range exception. Otherwise whatever score that student has received, and it will at last throw me not throw but show me this whole thing, the student information one. And when I try to run this program, what do I get is I get this whole thing, and it detects all the information over here. So I think you guys got a really good information in this task. If you guys have any questions, please post your questions in the comment box, and thanks for watching.